Alright guys, hopefully I got to keep the file that I just had. My GoPro messed up while I was trying to film the guys pulling in. Hopefully that file is okay, but we were gonna wait for them and go ride with them, but they wanted to go into United, and it's too beautiful out to not ride. Like, I'm not gonna sit here, wait on you guys, and then, no offense, I don't mean this in a bad way. I want to go ride. Yeah, buddy. We got the same bike. Oh, this bike looks so good. Look at that hoodie too. Peep the hoodie. I gotta get one of those windscreens for this bike. Mr. Steve on too. What the on his Z9 Hundo. I still can't believe he bought that bike. Like, I bought this bike that morning. He met me at United Motorsports where we just were to see it, and then we went back down, or back up I guess, to MLS, which is where I bought this, and he picked that up. It's a crazy day. I wonder what the GoPro angle looks like on this bike, because I've set it up for my S1K. It's not necessarily set up for a bike like this. It is beautiful out here though. I love riding on this road. But this bike is sweet, man. I'm so happy that I bought it. It's super torquey. I mean, it is a 750 4-cylinder, so it's super torquey. It's got a lot of power. I mean, it's not S1K level, don't get me wrong, but it is more than enough to put around on and ride every day. Like, this is going to be my daily bike, and then I'll keep my S1K for now for car meets and stuff. Car meets, big group rides, and that's about it, really. And if I want to go make content on it or get like Instagram videos, I'll take that bike. But I think you guys will really like this one. Hopefully that file is okay, because this bike is freaking sick. It looks so good. I love that hoodie, man. I did a freaking good job on those. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but you know what I'm saying. They look sick. I don't know if I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but so my dad used to race motocross, and I was always into bikes and stuff, and I think that like translated into Zach, my little brother, and it didn't really hit me until I got older. But I think I credit me specifically being into bikes so much because Zach like had to have dirt bikes when he was growing up, and you know, my parents always made sure that we had whatever we wanted no matter what. So he was into bikes, and my dad was into bikes, and so he was always into bikes, my dad was into bikes, and I really wasn't into the whole dirt bike thing. Like, I don't know if I've ever told you guys, but I snapped my right foot in half on a dirt bike and broke pretty much every knuckle in my toe except the knuckle and the big toe. And then I broke I think one bone all the way in half inside of my foot, like back farther. So I broke my foot in half and screwed up my ankle pretty bad, and then just hopped off the dirt bikes like I was done. I've just never been really good with a dirt bike. So then I bought my S1000 because I missed that, like being on the road or like being on a bike. Like, there's nothing like this feeling. And I never had a problem riding dirt bikes on the road. It's I guess my issue is just I'm not good with like not having a lot of traction. So I bought my S1K, and I've been riding ever since. Zach got a bike. I can't remember what exactly happened. I think I bought a bike, then my dad bought a bike, then Zach bought a bike, but I could be wrong. Anyway, we all bought bikes, and then I've just been riding ever since, man. And I guess my point is I credit all that to Zach, really, and my dad, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be riding. It is kind of weird though, like pulling in the clutch to shift every single gear, like up and down, because my S1K will let me shift up and down once I roll out of first. So it's got a quick shifter up and auto blipper down, so I never have to touch the clutch unless I'm rolling out of first to get the bike going. which spoils you. Trust me, it's something that you don't know that you like or need, or I mean, you don't need it, but something that you never really think about until you have it. And then once you have it, you're like, man, I miss it. But honestly, like having this bike and like having to shift and pull the clutch in every gear makes it that much more enjoyable. Oh, this bike is sweet, man. Zach really picked a really good bike when he bought his bike. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, he picked a freaking sick bike. And all I did, like, this sounds like it kind of has a can on it, but I just took the stock muffler off. And it doesn't look bad. Like, it looks good and it sounds a lot better. I just like riding a bike that's loud because like, people can hear you. And when they hear you, sometimes they won't swerve into your lane. I don't know, I notice that when I have a loud exhaust, people hear me and they don't like pull out in front of me and they don't swerve into my lane as much. And this bike with the muffler on it sounded like a sewing machine. I can't stop looking at this bike. Like, it just looks so good. And I am a really, really big fan. Normally, I mean, you guys know, if you've seen my S1000, like, I really, really like the S1K to be just matte black and super clean. But the little bit of color that this bike has, and it being glossy, and like the blue wheels, like everything just looks so good. They did a really good job designing this bike, this like hyper naked style motorcycle. And to be honest, like, I did not think that this bike would be as stable as it is, because like I said, my brother has the same exact bike, but I've never ridden it. And I've wanted to, and I still want to make a video about his bike, but like I've never actually ridden it. So like my first impression, or I assumed it was going to be like maybe a little bit unstable, but it's really not. Like, I have zero issues riding this. It stays firmly planted. It goes where I want it to go. Like, I don't even have to think about it. And that's really, really nice for a bike that is just going to be like a mileage bike that I chill on and I just kind of ride around. I think I'm gonna drop you guys off here, and then I'll pick you back up when we get a little bit closer to Richmond. I guess technically we're in Richmond, but this road is just really nice and I like to enjoy it. So I'll pick you guys back up when we get kind of into Richmond a little bit, because I think we're gonna stop at a gas station, maybe get something to drink. Oh yeah.